Good morning, Azeroth. Good morning, Azeroth. This is Neall, your friendly warrior tank from Medivh, and I help people learn achievements and kill raid bosses. And this is Good Morning, Azeroth for Monday, the 17th of July, 2017. Neall's attempt to bring the news from all around the World of Warcraft, and this another edition of Neall's Weekend Wow. It's almost another end of a weekend WoW. WoW weeks begin on Tuesday. They end on Monday. So just a recap of what Neall's been doing. I recommend all the time keep up with Neall. So Monday's show are now being devoted to what Neall did last week, so you could know how to keep up with Neall. Last week's episode in this manner elicited a lot of response, so it seemed like it was well received. That's why I'm doing it again. Tuesdays for Neall always begin with Transmog Tuesday runs. Transmog Tuesday run. This Tuesday was a pretty good day. We did finish normal Siege of Orgrimmar set. We did finish the normal Blackrock Foundry set and the heroic Blackrock Foundry set. So 3 more sets complete. We are still working on Dragon Soul Raid Finder set. We're still working on, we have 2 pieces from Dragon Soul that we still need. 1 piece from Throne of Thunder Raid Finder that we still need, and then we need several of the sets from Hellfire Citadel, normal, heroic, and Raid Finder from Hellfire Citadel that we will start to work on. We haven't started working on Hellfire yet. Last week there were a lot of questions about hey Neall, can you queue for LFRs, for those old LFRs? And yes, you can. I did post on Facebook and Twitter that outside the Dragon Soul instance, there is an NPC who will allow you to queue for the 2 LFR wings of Dragon Soul. If you talk to her, either as an individual or as a party or as a raid group, you can queue for those LFR wings for Dragon Soul. At the Seat of Knowledge in the Mist of Pandaria, Seat of Knowledge is above the Siege of Orgrimmar entrance, above the Mogushan Palace dungeon entrance. Above that, there is a place called the Seat of Knowledge, and there you will find an NPC who will allow you to queue for LFRs in the Mist of Pandaria, all the LFR wings. There are also 2 other NPCs who allow you to queue for heroic scenarios and scenarios from Pandaria. And then in your garrison, from whichever garrison you are in, on the way towards your pet menagerie, there is an orc, a blind orc that is sitting on the ground. I think he's a shaman. He will allow you to queue for LFRs from Warlords of Draenor. So there are NPCs that will allow you to queue for all of those old time-walking events, either or time-walking raids, not time-walking. LFR raids from various places in the world. So take advantage of that if you're looking for those LFR sets. LFR is a little frustrating because there's only 1 piece of gear. It's personal loot. You either get a piece of gear or some gold. Sometimes it's not what you need. Sometimes you get multiples of what you need. It's a little frustrating. As compared to raids, the further along you get into raids, eventually they assume you are in a 10-man instance and only drops 2 pieces of loot. Once you get to those flex raids at Siege of Orgrimmar, certainly the early ones, Molten Core, Blackwing Lair, are pretty much the same on loot. They're pretty crappy on the amount of loot drops. Maybe not Molten Core, but Blackwing Lair and some of those others. But anyway, get that. Get your. Can't talk. Get your cosmetic sets, get your transmog, Neall, you're such a noob. Wednesday I did time walking. It's time walking week. It's Outlands Burning Crusade time walking week, and I did dungeons on my Death Knight and my Warrior to pick up more badges. I'm working towards picking up the last 2 mounts, one from the ICC Northrend time walking, not ICC, Northrend Wrath of the Lich King time walking, which will be here in a couple of weeks, and the last one from Mist of Pandaria time walking, which is still several weeks out. So I need 5,000 badges for that. I'm very close to being able to do that now with this week's time walking event, so I hope to pick up those last 2 mounts very soon. Did the dungeons and also did Black Temple time walking. I did a show earlier this week talking about Black Temple time walking. Wednesday we went in a little over 3 hours. We cleared it with a guild group and had a good time doing it. The I thought it was a little boring, a little tedious. We got the job done. I thought it was nice that groups could form and get the job done in a little less than 3 hours. My opinion has now been changed a little bit after yesterday's event. We'll get to that in a second. On Thursday, I did a little more work in the rest of the week on getting my DK to concordance on a second weapon so that I can pick up the second pet from the DK class order hall, and started working on getting my Demon Hunter to concordance on his first weapon so I can pick up the toy, which is an Illidan style Pepe. Both are very close to those goals. The Demon Hunter should hit concordance later this week, as should the Death Knight hit his second concordance. The problem with the Death Knight, and I've got a little sticky on my monitor now because of it, I pick up AP and then put it into my blood weapon, which I already have concordance in, and not in my frost or unholy weapon. I continue to forget to change specs to put AP into the weapon that I need to. You have to get concordance. It's super frustrating when I realize after popping 8-9 AP tokens that I'm putting them into the wrong weapon. Neall, you freaking noob, straighten up. Straighten up! On Friday, we did Hellfire Citadel achievements Alliance side. We got all the achievements Alliance side and Hellfire Citadel. We had to go back and get the one at the Council and the one at Iskar. We messed both those up the first time. Thankfully, we could go in on Heroic in the same week, and we ended up getting everyone their fell puppy mounts on Friday. Friday night, Team Nas went into Tomb of Sagaris. We one-shot the first 8 bosses and got 3 pulls on Kil'jaeden before we stopped for the night. Our problem at Kil'jaeden, a funny one, our DPS was has improved so much that we were transitioning Kil'jaeden into a second intermission at a funny time. So we were transitioning into that second go find Illidan transition intermission phase with a lot of people low on health, and thus they were dying as we got into that intermission, and there was no way we were going to then either complete the intermission or kill Kil'jaeden. So on Saturday when we came back, we changed our strategy for Time Warp. We moved Time Warp from the start of Phase 2 to the start of Phase 3 and one-shot Kil'jaeden. We then went into Heroic and one-shot Goroth before we put in, I think, 7 pulls. We 7-shot Demonic Inquisition. Finally worked out that. We went to a 3-tank strategy. Did that for all 7 pulls and worked out. Basically, we were taking avoidable damage and taxing our healers a little much. Once we worked that out, last pull, the kill pull, everybody was alive at the end, and we killed the boss. So hopefully Demonic Inquisition now on farm. And then we killed one-shot Heroic Harstan after 7-shotting Heroic Demonic Inquisition. So proud of the raid group for working through that, getting through that. We looking at WoW progress. If we were a standalone guild group, we would be 15th on the server. Not bad for a raid team that only raids 6 hours a week. You know, casual in our raid times, but serious about killing raid bosses. Then yesterday, Sunday, we went into the Nighthold on the Horde side and got everyone their Nighthold achievements. There's one that's personal at Tacondrius, the Not For You achievement. Still a little buggy. Some people didn't get that one, but most people got all the achievements. Several glories of the Legion Raider pop yesterday, so congrats to the Horde side folks picking that up. Did an Emerald Nightmare fun run, and did decide once we get into August, all the Emerald Nightmare fun runs will be on Heroic difficulty and not normal difficulty. We've been sort of doing Heroic the first week of the month and normal the rest of the weeks of the month. I think we're getting to the point that normal is sort of easy for everybody. It's pretty easy to get to. We usually ask for 865 in those Heroic runs, so we're going to be bumping up the eye level, asking for 865 and running Heroic, I think, once we get into August. And then last night we went into Black Temple Time Walking again. It was mostly a guild group. We did have some open raid tanks and healers in our group, and we struggled a little bit last night. We face pulled Supremus, wiped on the face pull. We then killed Supremus. We wiped on some trash on the way to Akama. That was a little frustrating, but we one-shot Akama. We one-shot the Gore Fiend. We one-shot the Reliquary of Souls. We didn't face pull Reliquary this time, so that was an improvement. We got to Gertog and had problems at Gertog. I think we 4 or 5 shot Gertog. It took a while to kill Gertog. Having troubles there, mostly with the tanking mechanics and the phase where he picks somebody to pick on, losing a lot of people to both those things. So we worked that out. We killed Gertog. We one-shot Mother Shazaz, whatever her name is. We one-shot the council and got to Illidan, and we got to Illidan about 3 hours into the run, and a little more than 3 hours, and then spent the next hour pulling Illidan and did not kill Illidan. We got into phase 3, the last pull. We had just a ton of parasites up. It was just, we couldn't kill the parasites and kill the boss, so we didn't get Illidan down, and that frustrated me, and I tried to figure out, well, what was different between Wednesday and Sunday. Looking at DPS, our DPS was a little lower, which seems odd to me in terms of they're scaling everyone down. Not sure why our DPS was so much lower on Sunday than Wednesday. So DPS could be a part of it. People being tired could be a part of it. There are other things. I am running another event tonight on Open Raid. Hopefully that goes better. Super frustrating to get there and then not be able to kill Illidan in a reasonable amount of time. So that was frustrating. That's been my week. Today is Monday, and I will be doing Hortside Hellfire Citadel, and then that Black Temple Time Walking event on Open Raid, and then we get another new weekend WoW tomorrow. So looking forward to that. If you found this program interesting, go ahead and like and share the video. If you didn't like it at all, go ahead and downvote the crap out of it. That's how that works. And remember to keep up with me, keep up with me, keep up with me in all of the ways. One of those ways, Twitch TV, the Neal's go to stream, throw up a follow, appreciate the follows. When we get to 1,000, we'll give away more pets and mounts. We're on Open Raid, openraid.zergid.com. That's where all the achievement runs are held. Go to Open Raid, sign up for an event. We're in a guild, Shadow Fates on Medivh, Shadow Fates on Exodar. If you're looking for a guild, we're looking for you. Sign up at Shadow Fates on Medivh. And Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all the places. Keep up with me. And we're on Patreon. Patreon.com, the Neal's. That's where people are helping Neal, helping the people learn more achievements and kill more raid bosses. If you like Neal's help killing raid bosses, if you like Neal's help earning achievements, keep up with me at Patreon. Thanks to the patrons, they make this possible. Regnava, Zuki, and the random one, Neal, Adafluzi, Tender Mova, Ocean Captain, Sinner, Archer, Carl, no, not Carl, Belwhip and Lunissa, then Carl, Lucky Bee, Darla Syke, and Mystery Patron, Vinlanalis, Kakarot, Actor Saint, Misery, Cortez, Shigan, Fandaria, Equinsa, Ucha, Marasha, Petsy, The Beer Guy, Lean Beef, Coconutty, Trophy, Azarea, Nosy J, Divide, Shimei, Foggle, Delta, Nortiger Song, Leia, Kluk Dog, Mystery Patron, that could be you, Huv, Kamiya, Exa, Finny, Mystical, Aramava, Zoo, and Linthus. They're all helping Neal. Help other people learn more achievements. We appreciate them all. Y'all have fun storming the castle today, and remember, fire is still bad this X-Pack. Y'all have a great one.